they are not required to agree. And if their acts don't agree, and reason demands that their acts will not agree in large measure, then the symbolic gestures are simply so localized that they will not be taken seriously by anyone. That is to say, the United States could embark on a major austerity program, and yet inflationary tendencies in other parts of the world would be such that it would be meaningless. It would be meaningless.
One final question, Dr. Jarecki. In your view, what has to be done to bring inflation under control, assuming that bringing it under control is a desirable end?
Well, I think that to bring it under control, there are ways to bring inflation under control. Stop printing money, stop taking up public debt. But the cost of doing that will very likely be major unemployment. And unemployment levels that are unacceptable politically, number one, won't happen, and number two, won't happen purposely. That is to say, they may happen, but they'll happen because the government didn't know they were going to happen, and will be surprised at this random event occurring. But I think that you couldn't predict what will cause an end to inflation. Chances are that most deflationary things would cause great unemployment, but even that you couldn't predict. Maybe the only way to stop inflation is to take the printing presses to the guillotine or create a new form of money. And there are indeed people who believe that may occur, that there may really just be brand new money printed, that may be the symbolic gesture, which would be of relevance, or that would mean something to this very large, affluent body of human beings who control a great deal of the world's wealth, namely the American people. That periodically you see in extremist press, you see views that blue dollar bills are printed and currently stored in Fort Knox. Well, I suppose that's as true or untrue as the likelihood of many other remarkable events like flying saucers, and including those remarkable events that have indeed occurred, of which there are many if you believe in a surprising world. The only question is that such a silly idea? It may not be such a silly idea, but that kind of a symbolic gesture is needed. A 10-to-1 devaluation under which some moratorium. I'm not saying these are advisable roads. I'm just trying to say what are the various options which a government considering a major symbolic step might be considering, or perhaps should be considering, perhaps if only to reject them. But these are among the kinds of possibilities that